case of junior high school, JHS final year students were going to be in school for academic work for 11 weeks from June 29 to September 11 this year and write their basic education certificate examination between September 14th and 18th this year.
International say daily graphic the ubokrata no na yede sha say na ya ansa na mekọ nkrata isu no em say nra woda sonku bi kra ekoso learners groups of companies eye junior learners na eye na eye na woda nti ono so ye man happy belated birthday nyame hira no o ma na hoden o ma ne mpatensen na yeda na wofo nso asese nra omudi ni birthday ma na kama nyame hira one na wofo ni na so yeta ye chire adwuma yinti yaja yakopiem bi na so yegidi se bibia ekoso kama nti yaman awoda shronko kra na me share the bonkrata pensen mu na se dia na me did the front page of daily graphic na air share na sansem na yeto aso e won ne krata fa etoso miensa nsemi efa schools achese wo ba be share se wona oba be wie school no won e ba be she won adesua ase eno na so ya ehwe yen adesua nsem so osofo hwe yen adesua nsem so Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe ede nsem atodwa na o kire se asukufo ne de wona oba be wie wo school no enso hwe ne de omo be choro ni senti no omo ba be she ase na wona oba be choro nso we chese on be choro so hwe efiti August busuminum ene September chese on be she ase August busum ne da etoso miensa na September busum ne da etoso enan e wa afi mu de na chese enso hwe no omo de akwa kugu anesa eno eye chese SHS for senior high school for no na chese na afenso adesua no omu besua no chese bosomi na awotwe ensia entem na awotwe ensia entem na omu de besua de no na hihye bebre nso na egu ho eba ne se nose marks ahye no ene aban bebo modern se omu be ma chechefo ene asuafo no miensa ne awusu bi a ubetumi asense ne kama na chese we anya de awi na auto atene no enye anu bi ebe mo mu bi se ne ebe ye na betumi akoatia COVID-19 emwa wanti hihye we nyina egugu akwam obromba be ko school na afenso wona wo ama no ne nanso osua ade e wo man Ghana mu wonso ye be ma omkwan na omaba se ne ebe ye na omso betumi aba be sua ade atro omonso hwe na ne nyina so ejina omoman a omwoso so omoman no enyanti ase nkwan se omomrade a ye be ma omakwanya na omonso aba na so momanti ase omba ye nya omsa akeke ye be ye omo test na hwe se mmoawan omuwobi anase omunibia afense eba no wona day students na school sibo wa boarding school na so no day and boarding team ebinum day students sam mo fra no ye day students na ombeba boarding house so no se na enkoye se no mo ko mapon mo ko mo ba no de yare bia be side borders ni sent no omu nyina ebe boarding house se ne a ebe ye na ani ebe ko mo no mankofa yare ni bi amma amesai afoforo nti we nu nyina ye nhehye a egu akwam a efi asue ya ehwe ye na adisia nsem so eba nti nsem no ni nyina eno no
na megidi se we nso ebeboa if you say na asuafo no bebre na ebisa se nti mbedrodro ye de atena fie na chese ye ka se ye nko school na ebia mbe ma ye 1 week bi pe na ya ka se ye control exams no mudi apene pan
na even kurempode bi omusisua dem kurankola ekotra ye manta munkitwa ise bebre na edi nchonti no eno de
say ya
ehia
Yet also our page 5 of the Daily Graphic, Senegal postpones reopening of schools. Senegal has postponed the restart of school until further notice after several teachers tested positive for the new coronavirus. The Education Ministry said late on Monday. The government announced on May 20 that schools would gradually resume on Tuesday, June 2nd, after weeks of shutdown due to the pandemic. Senegal have recorded 3,739 positive cases since the start of outbreak with 43 deaths. An education ministry said teachers tested positive for coronavirus. It did not say how many teachers tested positive nor in how many schools. It said Senegal President Macky Sall decided to postpone the restart of classes to a later date in order to avoid any risk of virus spreading in the school.
Nti we amanfoforo so nsem krate ni fa etoso enum no ko piem e wo Senegal coronavirus yare e ma ne homne so a epiem wo ho no omo twen school esensen sene o man Ghana ha so na school fo egu fia still na omu ewo fia fe na final year for eba abekọ no eno so enenam na omu chem se akyerɛkyerɛfo no bebre na na enya yare yi bi the same thing no sesi a school na nkomo ba abekọ no kura kenra and eso om chance sesi ade wo matwe asensan ya adaport on besan de akọ school no de omonfa entu dwa afen so akyerɛkyerɛfo o ma test positive ne de omonfa nipa dodo entu dwa na one hour test positive e was Senegal no 3739 afen so one hour to na nanom wonsie don aduanan miensa.
Are you worried about your security? Are you able to access and protect your property and the people you care about? With an increased height in robbery and kidnapping, you should not compromise on your security. Global Sky Limited, your total security solution, is here to help you secure your office and residence.
All right, my name is Nesta Lenas. I'm the general manager of the company Global Sky Security Limited. Global Sky Security Limited, we are an international security company which we specialize in providing security services to various individuals or corporate organizations. When we talk of security systems, namely CCTV, access control device, electrical fence, tracking device, and security man guard officers as well.
The control room is designed in the way that we have radios, a VCR radio there, which monitors our vehicles when they go out for day and night patrols, just to receive first-hand information from supervisors and the team who go out for that patrol.
With the ICT part of the services that we're going to talk about, the CCTV security systems, the access control systems, tracking device systems, biometric door lock systems, and many more. So when we talk about the ICT part, that is the ICT part of the company. We specialize in what I've mentioned earlier. And when you talk about the physical aspect, that has to do with the professional man guard security services. These are professional guys who recruit. We do background check on them. We do profiling on them. We actually train them on two things, theory part and the physical part. Theory part for them to know how to work with people, human relations, and also when it comes to the physical part, how to defend themselves in terms of a robbery or an attack. So long story short, basically those are the two things that the company provides.
For more information, call 0302 522 503 or 0264 363 125. You can also visit www.globalskyafrica.com. Global Sky, someone is always watching.
Mema wakwaba edeba Ghana is watching Jumedie so. Ghana is watching Jumedie from Kokra Marvelin House yahyehyɛ ne yede ba besomo asomo sompa. Ewo Jumedie so yehwe nia ekoyie ene nia enkoyie ewo oman yi mu. Ne yabobo ne nyina no apɛ ano pomasibre. Wo Jumedie so yebɛhwɛ ye kwan so ensem aso wo kwan so nsamumpo etesen senia ehyenkafo etwi wona hyem basabasa ewo oman yi mu yebesan so ahwe senia yen ahonidie ensem tie ewo wompotem ho sena ahonidie ensem etie ewo ho wonim se enkese de biara da yen ahonidie eda nanso sen na etie wo oman yi mu wompotem ho no mu no ahonidie ho nsem no aso eye hwan asede se obehwe amana akoyie yebesan so ahwe yen bambo ensem sena ye bambo nsem etie ewo oman yi mu nipa bonfo adọso ama krono ama ne homene so ewo oman yi mu aso ekwan ben so na yefa esi ano kwan yenam abefo kwan so anase yenam kane kwan so na yede ba besi ano kwan meto me safre wona wonim de efa ne amakeke nyina ho ne yatena se apensen insemu ape ano pomasibre. Ghana is watching. Ghana ehwe.
Tula Simensa, MC for Ghana East Municipality. Watch out for a duel in the streets.
abusiafo amofa enche kakra yenya challenges kakra babu mun koso na mo ma mo comment no embra e wo Facebook na so WhatsApp number na egu screen ase no na yenkan emfa emma daily graphic ma na yebuso e wo ne eto aso e wo page 11. 1,400 adolescents receive sanitary packs to mark World Menstrual Day. International News, a non-governmental organization, NGO, has embarked on an initiative to present sanitary pads to 1,400 adolescents in 6 communities in the central region. In all, 4,200 packs of sanitary pads will be distributed to beneficiary girls selected from vulnerable families to help them improve their basic hygienic practice in the pandemic period. The first batch of 350 adolescents were presented with their sanitary pads at Kesi in Kia Municipality and Ekon in the Cape Coast Metropolis to mark World Menstrual Day. Each adolescent from the beneficiary communities selected from the district, including the Cape Coast Metropolis, Infantiman and Commander Edina Iguafo Abram Municipality, received 3 packs of sanitary pads, a petite radio set, a bottle of hand sanitizer, and a paper towel.
Chese we krata no ne fa etosu duba ko na kyerese nsem ye de aba o chese ukopiem ewo apueye mfimfini mantem ho no ma mfimfini mantem central region chese World Menstruation Day a ekoso an se ne ma omubu omonsa sese omo krokro mo omu siesie omo kama no eno enenam so ma NGO bi non-governmental organization omakwakoye emayo muhie mwa no omakwakoye adoye na adoye de koma ono emayo 1,400 ena omkokoye adoye achese omode pad ahuro bi de akwakom se ne beye na omso omubu omsa COVID-19 re mu de ye say ye ni ye huni ni nyina so eka ahunidie eho ni senti na omakoye adoye na omso omatumi de akrom ho kama na enumuo na chese ohima edmakisi na efu abedu ede omasi papa no share emayi nkran se omonyiro ho wabrabum na esi omani so bia momo mabam emu omompem nkoso se ne ebeye na de ompese empempeso mdunu omobetumi edro afenso emayi achese wo munya apade bi eye Christabel Abam Sarah Amponsa no wona wokeka ho nyina wo manije papa no mda empanimfo ya se ye nje ofui wo mda omas papa se no omanim da nanso omache ama omonso omonsa ka bidi ana kyerese wo se ye wo se bo anesa ya
pass ne de ho hia on se kwada na bebre na wo ho a kyerese omawofo enni bi nti sebi so mu bu omonsa kwa bo ho na ti wo yi na omu use abu na atete okotena classroom na ne ho asɛ ne
zero yi so de de nsunsanso bebree na eba emmoa ema apomuden nsɛm enko yie
ti ene omo ya de papa
na yɛn so awofo no ɔmo ntwe mmofra na ema ɔmo kyɛn sɛ na bibi ni a mmofra no betumi apae mu aka de ahyɛ bi sɛ akɔre bi ɔnom kra wɔn hu frɔsa wɔn hu sɛ nea ɔkɔka akyerɛ na awofo ba sɛ wobɛn ne pa bibi ani otumi o maame anɔpɛ mi sorry ye bibi sɛ na nso watena tena sɛ no wakyerɛkyerɛ ne ma ne nyina akora ɛboa etwa mpɛwani nsɛn eso nti ɛyɛ na awofo no yɛbɛsra amatwe mmofra no de abɛn mu hu
na minya ba eto da bi so enye awofo na etwe nkwara na ba omo hu na ebu a ebi ni wan kasa ebi
ni ɔno but kasakyerɛ ne nso yɛ sɛ wo hu kasakyerɛ ne de ɛyɛ paa ewom sɛ ebi ni ɔso do one ne kasa kakra na ɔde ma na n'ani bɛ so ɔbɛkyerɛ no sɛ ne ɔno so ɔbɛprɔpra no isa abayo ade ubu nsa na sɛ sɛ bi wote ɔno na sɛ wo ho ɛsɛ ne ade a ntwa yie nti ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ ne yɛkora yɛ ho a bi sɛ no so yɛ ma abayo no krampo ne confidence sɛ bi build up sɛ wo ho ma ɔno so onya ne mugidie ɛwɔ abrabo
yɛ kan we ye girl next door dwumedie no so sɛ ne awofo no te sɛ yɛ no bi wɔ ha ebra yɛ sa no yawofo no entumi ne ankasa sɛ emeba woyɛ sei na woyɛ sei a emboa ma wontum pa abrabo nti ne wankasa wabrabo ɛhyɛ wo nsɛm sɛ ne covid-19 yɛ bie lockdown yɛ a bebia wo pɛ na wo kɔ ne wo pɛ na wo di no wabrabo ɛhyɛ wo nsɛm nkwa na kita wo pant bibia ne a na ya hwehwɛ so na wodwumedie so nsa no pɛ bia the mindset of the wise sɛ ne wo be tu anamompa ɛwɔ abrabom sɛ ne a esi wani so no wobetumi eduru hɔ no nti na they did the mindset of the wise na no pɛ so the mindset of the wise no yɛ de bro yɛ refi kra ɛwɔ hɔ a yɛ de bro minya ba
nti no sɛ ne ada yɛ no he yɛ mamu nkrahyɛ sɛm no saa na mo yɛ the mindset of the wise yɛ de betoa so de ama wo na no pɛ die no he understands that holding on to your past means letting go of your future. He understands that future is never certain. Past cannot be changed, but present is what he controls. Ayi teacher say, dia etwa mu kɔ no, sɛ wokɔ so a edi akyire wo man no etete wa na kyerɛ sɛ nia edi w'anim no, ɛno no wo si ano kwan. If said de bia wo dwen de esi w'akyire na de aka w'anim no, ɛno mpo ɛna dɔɔso nti ɛyɛ a abribia de aka wɔ y'anim no, moma yɛnhwɛ anim sɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ ne yɛbɛkɔ y'anim ɛwɔ abrabɔ mu. He understands that dwelling in living in the past is for the fools and visualizing the future is for the wise. And even kura Bible say no sekwase no se no nti eno enso no sabri bia no dia etwam no woma wadwen ekwenso woma enu de bia woma enu edidi wutima asabi wone okwasea empo eyepe sanso ena chese wo a wodwen abrabo no de wo wanim no woma wadwen ekoso kase no wo ena woye onyansani no wo ena daache ebesi woye ewa abrabo me ya
obi beka se me de adwuma we me koye anye yi nti me de metena fie nya de a meye adwuma bi na so enti sa ebia adwuma na wokoye no enye ne a Yankopon e de ama wo se ebia meba adwuma we na ese wo ye na no so enkyere se wakoye na anye yi no wobeto wadwem ama watera ho se me de meye bibia enye yi
na even krampon ade no se anye yi ahwe bibia yesua bibi fimo se ne enu ade ne de maamo no nia esi enura no usua bibi fimo enka se o ade na mu me ya na asai ukoso a ebeyeye na ebeboa ewa abrabom ti ya na etwam no ye ma ne ntwam efse ne aka yenim no eno na edooso
ne ebebo ne ball total so bu hana go ya to atwem be kra ye da obo krata daily graphics so na yegusu ye wo page 11 as ye ban shisha smoking civil society organization in health have called the government to urgently ban the smoking of shisha in the country to save the lives of the people from devastating effects of the products. The CSOS are the Vision for Alternative Development Ghana, NCD Alliance, People Living with NCDs, Institute for Leadership and Development, Media Alliance in Tobacco Control, Community Health Support Team, and JSHI Ghana. They further called on the government to regulate the online advertisement of tobacco and to enforce the Ghana Tobacco Control Law that protects children from the exposure and the use of cigarettes.
Nti we shisha ho nsensem na the obokrata Daily Graphic ne fa etosudu baako no ehwa na yegusu gina na we civil society organization wa pomden aso eye no na chese omde nsem yaba omo kire se shisha enfofo sole a si ye atwen ni we atwa na de ode ama ne nyonko na ono nso atwi bi enrem said the obokrata pensem credit to just say say ye lands ni ade ni ahrawa no ekoba ne sa COVID-19 yare etimi eche won tentem skabe ya ye nyan na no ahonsem na ne nso aba be pie o kire se ompo de omsem no omde ba na omoto aso no omo kire se ebe ya tabo na ededa so no yentum nko na nimpa na ne bo enye den se ne bo ye den na ekoba ne se mabu no bebre na ebe ye den amom se wo mo beto no omde edi djuma no nti nsem a che se krata no ede ba na o kire mu a eyesa ye mofra no omo nkwa ekoto esane ese wahrawa se ya sabi ahoden no na esowate na beto anananom ewo ense do ane tenti shisha ni nkofo twetwe musie ni ade na ebe ya enka ye ntwa so ewo man mu eno na chese civil society organization wo mo de ekọ ede ama aban o ma de srede a wo mo de to aban anim no eno no
na ndra video bi a me hu ye obi shishisha say yesisi ama ye nkọ night club nti ene esi ne dem na chese wo twe a na we han ne nne nam ne hunim ne beebi a chese
na ewusie nso de mo de mo pe wusie atwepa a wo hu metre mikro mu kwan se wo kọ na se o mo ye nwo na se o mo ka eje ihye mu na wo se ne ewusie ne nam ho no ade ekogira ho na twuko mu a mo mgira akora brombre na ade o se ewusie se bi ewusie na wo betwe e de akọ mu a na ye dwen ho enti ase
obechia pesco onya skana na chese
ne nyina aka ho na bebre na abokro no se waya da kokora wanya na bibi ye nti e de obakotebiri mo bi de na ode akwa akoye na chese ye de ne kotra bankum afi na wo ba be pa che ye ko hwe na dwum ye ko ye we na ya sante o mani sika na ya sande akoma na didi timi dem gidi se tabo no ye tum na ye den pa anke beboa eno ne boa den woni bi won so a san kofon spra bebre na mo brawo wonye dwuma bia nti okufa sika no wempo na ode akwa akoto
na no na dwumako hye kan say advert omo TV so eba ne sa niam na eni omo ntwa so eni obehu na advert ahodro the FDA approve kwa MATV how they buy enya de ye beyi e de ama
FDA fo de buy say ebe ya nkansa ho advert ni ade wo manye no wabra school fo nkola eni onum chese nkola enya hwe na so no wo se nkola wo fie awia ketekete ni ade mfa nse kwesi ade wia ensa na advert na kasa ye no wanyum obi nyum a wabọ no wo se na chese advert na no mo ye wom eti se ye twam dia sa enyum ahoro ne so ense se ye bompo any movie no mo se omo advertise fa otum se we dia advert na omo ye nso ye se ye nyintim sa na eme ni nyina ese se ye hwepa FDA fo ye besre omuntu ho anamo.
Page 13 of the Daily Graphic and a day to also amount ECN's pilot voter registration today. The 2-day pilot voter registration exercise, which took off at regional office at the Electoral Commission (EC) across the country yesterday morning, amid strict adherence to safety protocols, ends today. The exercise is to test run the BVR kits, assess the protocols put in place, among other things, in readiness for the main voter registration exercise to take place later this month. When Daily Graphic team went around the various regional offices between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. yesterday, they observed that the EC officials were already at posts and centers set up. Veronica buckets filled with water for hand washing had been mounted at various points, and before people went to take their seats, they had to have their nose masks and were made to wash their hands. Canopies had been mounted with chairs placed a meter apart from another for those who were coming to register, while demarcation and had been on the ground to draw the lines of observing physical distancing. The official also put up the logistics required for the exercise, and by 9:30 a.m. the exercise began. The first port of call was the registration officer's table, where personal details of registrants were taken.
nti we abato komisan ehun sensem new voter registration e ba be koso eno na daily graphic e de ho nsem aba e wo kratafa etosu dumiensa no na ye kan se pilot an bibia yeye e de chese ye de chance na de pon nkasa aba so te se bi nkrempo na program bi e ba be ye dikan ye ho pilot e de kire na mahu chese mahu se ne ade no ete afensu ye hu se ne hyehye e wo hu nyina ebefan eno na ekọ so achese isi abato commission na afedie omode aba awieye na ebe adwumadie ekọ so no daily graphic fo ekopiem ewo honom na omo hwe ahe nhyehyɛ no egugu na kwamu pepepepepe e de okopio no ma Veronica bucket isi esum wani wo be hohoro won sta umpe sanso na nose mask no wo be hyebi ende composed by force wo ye hwan wo be hye ntiese nhyehyɛ ni nyina abato commission edi gugu akwam na otum se bibia ekoso tote ewo honom na enumu na owura tete any daily graphic for etwetwe nkomo na ochem se o dwumadie ne de chese akoso kama bibia akoso toten na so card na wo mode maaye during the pilot no eno de chese he ye mfe ni dwuma no na ye pilot bi keke ne nso no ye new voters registration na akasankasa card a ye be issue no eno na chese ye be den ye di ebedi dwuma nti dia ekoso daily graphic for ekopie mu a wo mudi bi egu nkrata mu no eno no
ne was nose no be timu ne say ya if you say ye ni mo bi owo bi ni mo bi owo ni bi na ento kwa bi a meba me hia wo kwan se che obi no se he yare no enya ade asi wo man yare ba ko bi kra ni hanaban etwa yemhwe no ma me bi se he hia ne he wan na se yare ni ha nti na ne on hye mask no ene obe hye mask no ko fe police ama police abetro na che enya sepitra kasa umpo ene mami say ene okofe police abe ni na asem ne medi akire nso na ma ye late kakra nti na asem me ba nti no mentu ne
koba ne sha ye pa hwe enu ase ka me fa ya mi kofi un se ufi American house e de ko East Legon onum na ya police for no omo bodjuma papa bi omo jira omo hwe se hyenkafo mate for ya passenger for ye hye max ya ye track na mate ni hye no all load nyina na o hye afa wayi ka ni tu ye pe na hu se o se omo jira no de ya hye na am se wo de hye na wunyi na ka aba koto na abo se bem o se ya ma lodu awie nti we de me hye de akwa anesa nti omo bodjuma pa ye be da o mase so mkoso ebo adwuma na ye sha yankasa wo ene ye de boy ho ban nti ye yan momodea enhye ai ye no obepiem wo office ade ha wo ye hwan wo be hye na so ne san se ye pese ye kasa na sound no eba client no ene ko ba nte ye betena ha ye nhye na so utumi se ekwan eda ye ntem kama abre bia ye hohoro ye nsa sanitize na ye ndi enhyehyɛ ne so na boa ama ye nyina ye nya enkwa
monkoso ana monfa mo messages no enfa Facebook na Facebook WhatsApp number na eda wo screen na sino ne be kan amma madwenche no monfa mbra e bia ne aboboso ni bi wo ho a wadwentwe bi a wo de be ka ho ne de ato Ghana for enim amma wo ye be kenkan ni nyina amma wo ye to aso e wo pay 13 ho a ase ho na flogging father please guilty Ebenezer Osaibonsu, the 26-year-old father who severely flogged his 3-year-old son for damaging his phone and wetting his bed, has pleaded guilty to assault and causing harm. Bonsu had initially pleaded not guilty to the charges when he first appeared before the Kumasi Circuit Court on May 14th this year. He, however, changed his plea to guilty at yesterday's hearing. It was said that Bonsu used a cane and a cable to whip the child, causing injuries to his head and back. Images of severe injuries suffered the child caused an uproar on social media, with people wondering why a father could inflict such harm on his own child.
Yeah, saying ye ba ye de he abibi e be pie won krata num no ye de esom nti krata ni fa etoso du miensa na ase ho num no ai eja akire se wo no de ai national service guy abrantie Ebenezer Osaibonsu o mfie aduonu nsi abrantie a wasi so wo ye ne national service na se bi adwuma ne paima na ni sikasem akoyie kama e de ama no abrantie nsem ebeto dwa ne se ne ba wonu ahwe ne ba chimpira ama na hu abofra ne chi asebi awe ho pa na ohwe na chimpira ni nya se abofra na se ni funfo yin so kura kire se enye dia che se usoma hu se yes o ye guy yi bi afi nso no wɔkyerɛ abofra no wasuro do ɛde ɛsɛ wɔgye mugu empa so ani ɛno ɛna nam so ma ne bo abofra no ma ne chi nyina papa okopie mu ayaresabea ne ade a yɛde ho nsɛm enyina so mmom ɛkane no na abofra yi papa wɔnyi ntum sɛ ɔbɛpa kyɛw ɔsɛ abofra de ɛsɛ sɛ wotia no nanso sɛ esi ade wɔhwɛ de ɛkɔ na ɛsɛ sɛ ɔpa kyɛw nti ɔde kyɛw papa ɛna akɔ akyɛ sɛ wagye ne mfomso atum na ɛsɛ mfomso no wugyi tumo wɔanyia ntumo yɛde wobɛfa mmara kwan so sɛ ne yɛtie no saa pɛpɛpɛ asotwe ɛwɔ hɔ no yɛde ɛbɛma nti krataa ne fa na ɛtɔ so du mmiɛnsa no nsɛm no ɛno no
wahwe akorachi ente sɛ yɛde wokɔ court a wɔsɛ wanyɛ na kyerɛ hwan ɛna ba wo fie bɛhwe afra
ɔsan sɛ abofra de ɔyɛ adeɛ sɛ wotia no na wotia me na wudi me dem
na me bisa ne sɛ bra ɔyɛ akora na ɔyɛ bibi na ɛne ɔpa kyerɛ sɛ wanyɛ bibi entia na wofo da woyɛ saa no wawofo no wei bi na ɔmode yɛ wachi anka wo da so na
wanyɛ aduru fie aduonu nsia
yɛnto aso ayɛ yɛ daily graphic no mu page 16 ɛna yɛde to aso transparency accountability will win public trust. The managing director of Graphic Communication Group Limited, Mr. Ato Afo, has advised the leadership of Ghana Football Association (GFA) to make transparency and accountability an essential tool in its administration in order to regain the lost public trust. Addressing a delegation of the GFA during an official visit to the company's office yesterday, Mr. Afo said public interest and support for football in the country could only be restored when GFA was diligent and transparent in its cooperation. He assured the Association of Companies' readiness to support them to achieve success in their 4-year mandates.
Into a managing director at the Graphic ono ode ne nsem aba na nsem nyina e daily graphic nefa eto sudunsia no eni dunsu na chese middle of the paper na eho na chese nsem nyina egu na we chese agoprama so nsem anesa wode afutuo ekwa amo managing director e de graphic and graphic company and ode nsem ikọ wo chese he mo obo adwuma ye nenso no mo ma bibia entuto ye mo hyehye ni ade nyina enkoso kama mo ma chese omanfo enya gidie ewo mumu na ne nyina so omanfo ebenya gidie wo mumu ana chese efimo mo no kwaredie ne senia mo betoto mo niema afa na ebra okasa asem yo mu kohie mu no na chese president e de ma Mr. Ket Okraku ono oho sanso na vice president Mark Adam ene mpanimfo bebra wo nyina ekohie mu a wode sansemi eto omani Ghana Football Association ensem we ekomo ye gidi se omubetie
no de mu nsem nyina abremu ewo agokensie ho nsem a ayada bia ode breye
gidi so se memenda de ye aye hya ase youth and politics no mi gidi se youth and politics the ubonka na ye be pensen mu de amom na afen so politics in sports no no se Charles mi gidi se omo tena se sensem we nyina wo mbeka ho ensem de amam kama.
Page 16 wha na eguso no poultry farmers welcome ADB intervention. Poultry farmers have thrown their weight behind efforts by the Agricultural Development Bank ADB to help revive the local poultry industry by disbursing soft loans to operators in the sector's value chain. The vice chairman of the Poultry Farmers Association, Mr. Napoleon Anchiman Odro, told the Daily Graphic yesterday that ADB's planned investment of 500 million Ghana cedis in the poultry value chain was a step in the right direction, the kind of financial support the poultry farmers have been requesting for decades. He said the association considered the gesture a credible step towards addressing the funding challenges that had bogged down operators in the poultry industry over the years.
It's where nsem ni nyina chese ya ka ho nsem sa me bitu dua kra sa ya de nanum de ni nti nsem we de manka kra na chese bibi ye no nti kra say efa etosu dunsia ni dunso no ho no ase ho no we ADB Agricultural Development Bank wo mo de sika 500 million Ghana cedis ene koboa se ne beye na wona wo ye nkokọ ni ade no chese o mo de bestre o ma hye say nkokọ aye kra no ya we abrede bia ne ye kra nkokọ fiama no ne ye we emu yare ne ade akoyikura wa hu bra yeku no eno ho nsem na cheskrata ede aba ADB edi sika twitwi die we ede akọ akọbom se ne beye no mbetro ma hye ne nkokọ na aye wo mam ebu betre ye begya say ene ye de nkuko fi amano ne eba ne yakasa ye boye de ho ban ye ni a ebeboa ye eno na owura Napoleon Ajeman Odu ono eno ye vice chairman Edema Poultry Farmers Association wode nsem etudwa na o kire say omani asopa na omoda AD before so ase say omaye sa emmoa we ede amawo.
Page 18 of the Daily Graphic, NIAD was the national chairman of the People's National Convention, PNC, Mr. Bernard Mona, has been granted police inquiry bail in connection with alleged threats he made against the Electoral Commission, EC. It is to report to the headquarters of the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, on June 16, 2020. The PNC chairman was granted bail after his bail condition of one surety was signed by the Greater Regional Chairman of the PNC, Mr. Balakin Khan. Mr. Mona is being represented by a team of lawyers led by the Professor Raymond Atuguba. This was after a meeting between some leaders of PNC, National Democratic Congress, NDC, and other members of the Inter-Party Resistance Against New Register, IPRAN, and top officials of CID. The closed-door meeting, which started at about 11:45 a.m., ended about 1:30 p.m.
Nti we Mona ono ne ho nsensem na aba be pie national chairman Edema People's National Convention PNC Owura Bernard ne nsem na chese aba be pie o krata mu video ni ade ne na memfra mama chese okasa etia abato komisan no eno enenam so ma CID fo eto omonsa efre no na sesi am na okasa de ya granting the bill send a grantee obi nimbi no wono nso ya granting the bill kama nti ensam ne de nhwehwemu egusu ekoso ewo ho.
What page 18 numa na yegusu wo calls for COVID-19 alleviation audit premature. Hazid, the Deputy Minister of Information, Mr. Pius Enam Hazid, had described the call by the opposition National Democratic Congress, NDC, on the Auditor General to undertake a special audit into the 280.3 million Ghana cedis under the Coronavirus Alleviation Program as an indecent haste intended to pay the government black. He said the NDC call was premature since expenditure was still ongoing, adding that we cannot be auditing on a daily and weekly basis. He said government will come out to the detailed report on all activities under the Coronavirus Alleviation Program, adding that this call is not genuine. The time for accountability will come.
It's way Owura Pius Enam Hajide dino igwedi ntino obo
de wa na igwedi meche oni enti otumi bo
Deputy Minister of Information na chese ba ne se asweye hwe ye amane bo nsem so ono enoye abediche no de nsem aba betudwa efa NDC fo de ba ebetudwa NDC amanyuko e de nsem betudwa omo kire se he sika ye de atobo se ye de ekwetia COVID-19 yare na ne bi enu enuane emase bi wona woni dia omubedi ni ade nse sika no ese Auditor General Owura dom level ekoye ehu nhwehwemu no eno ho nsem na chese Owura Enam Pius se de aba betudwa wo kire se emre enya so emre ne so nko ade he akontabuo no omubebu ne pepepe enti we enimu aye a chese ono so de aba bepie ma Daily Graphic efa no de bepie o kratafa etosudu wo twe no
na chese Ghana fo nyina monka makoma to
ne so a ebeba
ankasa eba be chwechwe mana so ba be pense be bia ska we koye bia ska we koye mpia di ska we ma ne nyina o ma bebu ho akonta
ndi esa bia sim de wo ye den akonta buo no e wo ho de ma wo bebu ne pepepe.
Page 19 of the Daily Graphic, NIAD so NPP youth condemn NDC Mona, Mr. Mona Honsen Semia. The Eastern Regional Youth Wing of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, has condemned the threat by the National Democratic Congress, NDC, and the National Chairman of the People's National Convention, PNC, Mr. Mona, to disrupt the Electoral Commission, EC, impending voter registration exercise. The youth in the Eastern region shall cooperate with the EC and all stakeholders in every step of the process to compile the new voter register and offer the appropriate support required of them, it said. Addressing the media in Koforidua yesterday, the regional youth organizer of the party, Mr. Jerry Osei-Poku, said, "We will not let guard down for the naysayers, pessimists, corrupt and incompetent NDC to creepily rob us of the promising future."
Nti we NPP imebu no womo so womo de womo nsam aba efa abato komisan eni owura na insensem ehu a chese owura na e aba se ni video na ene nam ne de chese wo hunahuna abato komisan ma mi je mensa ene chese ni nkofo a woni won edi dwuma no eno na NPP chese mebu ndi aba omo chese won de won so so eniema bi sa so kro omo de womo ne no enya adwen na omo kire mu de ha eba ni PNC ni NDC omo nyina omo ntai abato komisan echi na so omo de omo ta abato komisan na echi pa na akopiem ewo kofrodua mfimfiri mantem ebra na omo address the media na eno bi nsem we nyina etu jo omo kire se ha omo de omo behwe amanipa dodo esese edu new voter registration na omo ko ekochom de omo bom homoden se omo esom kochom di nyina omo beko no makwa kotro na ma 2020 afimpinu ene aduonu abato no etumi akoso se ne esese ekoso no
they were some in the tea na say abato in the election 2020 yenkoboko emfa emma yenye na obia ento ne bo ase if you say oman de yankasa ye de kita yensem nti yembo ho ban. Page 20 of the Daily Graphic drew so minister orders Operation Vanguard team to hand over seized equipment. The Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Mr. Kweku Asuma Cherime, has directed the Operation Vanguard team to hand over immediately any equipment is seized from illegal miners to the Lands Minister as required by the law. He also urged the team not to succumb to any form of pressure from so-called higher authorities to release any seized equipment to them. Section 99 of the Minerals and Act 2006, Act 703 says that all seized equipment from illegal miners must be kept in the custody of minister in charge of mines. The minister appointed a minister to be in charge of lands and natural resources, and his office at the Lands Ministry, no other person has the mandate to take custody of any equipment, he stressed.
Iti we krata no ne fa etoso aduonu no Minister of Lands and Natural Resources Owura Kweku Asuma ono kireme na ode nsem atudwa na wo kire se eniema eba na illegal mining na chese omu titi ma na chese mu di dwuma na eniema na mu di dwuma no na chese omunsa aka na kama se na ebeye na eniema ebekoyie ewo oman mu eno na chese eniema wo mo gigi ni nyina se wo mo de kobia ese ekono ese wo mo de ekoho no eno enenam so ena Western Regional Minister Owura Kwabena Ochireda Kumensa edi atudwa na ochire se so mo de niema yi nyina akwa ebeboa na omo nso omudin omanya dimpa yi se wona anka ne nanka wodi se adwuma no omo anja edimpa nti wenum de obesrepa omo nya ne ese efata se ne ebeya omo nso omo beja edimpa ewo mu nti edimpa de eden eyesen ahonya nti edimpa ne de eyepa omo nya ne ese fata se ne ebeye no benya edimpa no
then I can the mindset of the wise so kwa ye adwuma wo baby a hwe se wo bejai edimpa eno sa no baby a wo bekọ bia omo hia bibi ko betumi afro ama won so abeboam na won so hia mbo bi a omo betumi aboa wo afshafo ogu so a wo hwe money break tumedi e wo MATV so na Global Sky Security na so ya sen se na ye kan ma ho bambo sem enda wakoma so ho bambo sem na enye wakoma so ade yie pan fi se wusi wudan fefefe na woni bambo bia e wo fi akrofo no osi baby se na o hwe ebra wuto foundation bra wodi dan ni so o hwe bibia je se wunya wi a wodo niam fefefe ba dugum bia na ne waba abesesa woniam nyina ekọ nti fa hodam Global Sky Security wo office so school awasi senior wo hwe se teachers for no ebe hwe nkwara ne se so mo tie omo se teacher ni na da wo classroom pe CCTV boho ba bia wo TV a obetumi ahwe wo phone so na chese wo hu bibia ekoso na ban security guards so ope obi ahwe wo fie so ama Global Sky Security eye group ba ko pa obetumi de wo ho abo omo frɛ omo wo 030255203 030252503 anasa wo hwehwɛ omo echi kwan ya mo wo adenta omo ni adenta post office no ene edi hwenimu na oni omo endi dwuma na omo beboa wo so eyie ye kai wo so say wo MATV ha enye money break dwumadie kwa ena yedi ayebo enumere 5 eye no numa ye the news ebron sanso ene wo Ghana is watching program a ehwe ya hobambo ho nsem wa hunidie ho nsem unpotem hompo ahunidie etese wo ho bola egugu ho basabasa hwa ye tatantan anase we a wo de send video efa WhatsApp number na da screen so no ye beba abe cover ho nyina na chese ye de ato panyufo enim e de amount eba no politics nso a Saturday we adwumade fufor kra ye sha ase youth and politics ni a mabunu no edwefa enne amambuo hono no e no ba be church omo adwen e wo adwumade so Saturday ye de bro wo sonko kra na afi so eba no entertainment a ye celebrities hwan e na o say ye friend celebrity omo twitwa pictures obu o hye dem we twa picture na say ye friend celebrity ana ye de mu nsem nyina ebe bro na face the girl next door say na ni ka kan no yenum bi wo ho a ya wo for her ye sha ase mo ntumi anya ye kasa che ne sa ne man say ebu ho a wo take decision bi na afide how e wo wa brabo mi the girl next door ye dwumadi ade aba say hey wo story bia bra na fa betu yenim se ne aye beye na yesu etumi abo na so wo de tu obi fo obi a wonyi se ne ono so ebetumi afa ede abo ne bra we nyina ewo MATV so ayede ebra wo sonko I will comment ne so aba no ye hu bebre Facebook WhatsApp no so nyina aba ye bekenkan ede amount
na ya messages no de ba na eba ebedo ma se omonko so a emfa emra ye bekenkan ede amount na meka mo nso se Ghana is watching dwumade se ne ya kan no wa hu ne die ho nsem obambo ensem afenso ye kwan so jojo ensem ni nyina ye de ba be somo e wo Ghana is watching eswinti infoni a wo hwe de ekoso a nya nyina wo de video keke na fa send ye efa WhatsApp number na e wo screen no eso no na dwumade ni ye ba be sha se gidigidi e wo MATV so sanso e na DJ TV ebe yi dwumade meme de bia se nonkron ebo epa ema no pa Ghana is watching wo benye bi ahwe ewo hono ye hye ase busumi ye mu ne da etoso dum ye nsa no ye de dwumade en hye ase e de asomo menkenkan messages no abandi na ye nto aso de a we efi kwa meboache osofo ne nche e na efi ba say good morning watching you from Tema aba enana God bless you more news ye da say ye bekoso e de aba we oso si jamishra ye oso anope ye so mudende afi Mary Amaspark also say awesome well done Nana ya and colleague ye da say afi nsu kwesi eje nya ko say great job nice graphics but my problem is the graphics department should design new one Kennedy Amwakosi good morning good communication skills keep it up afi so to Laba or say good morning watching from UK Sansa na Nana Saba or say watching live side Kaswa Nyenyano Sun City Hills keep it up me da saw him Nana ya da se pan se unya bre na hwe ya bibia Islam see good work Nana ya beautiful presenters Samuel ya da se afin so efia owusu a ono so say nice one sisi keep it up Mary Ekwia Mackenzie or see good work doing keep it up ya da ma say any more messages mo koso a emanemra ya beken kan ni nyina e de amamu
yeah, to us the Ghanaian Times and I did to us amount page 3 of the Ghanaian Times and I drew no. The state is taking steps to own the assets of businessman Alfred Agbesiwoyome to offset the remaining 47.2 million Ghana cedis judgment debt wrongly paid to him by the state in 2009. To this end, Mr. Godfred Yabua Dame, a deputy attorney general AG, initiated a process at the Supreme Court yesterday seeking the leave of the court to keep 2 houses located at Trasacco, the office complex of Anato Holdings, a mining quarry, and 2 residential buildings at Caprice and Abelenkpe, Accra, all valued at 20 million Ghana cedis.
Wayome me when 7 ababe pi e wo the Ghanaian Times the ubokata no me no and ye de air to aso amamo na ne fa etoso miensa na ora wo ye miem se aman de ne nsa eto eye ne dan ahoro ne njapade bi so na sikatwitwi di a wode oman no enti ekoba nse na dan ne kura ye betonto na tete ye de etua eka no eno chese march bosome ne dan edikan ewo afimpinu ani dunsie mu no ora wa yo me stress enke be ya omoma no emfie miensa na nka onfa entua sika no na so na niema entumi ankwasa amfa ma na eno ho nsem na chese Ghanaian Times the Bokratan ekunche ni na de good ne fa etoso miensa no emu.
The editorial na yedru ewo the Ghanaian Times emu no ewo page 4. Why US must reconsider its suspension of funding the WHO. Last week, the US President Donald Trump carried out a threat he had issued earlier by the temporarily cutting funding to the World Health Organization. The US President has accused the WHO of failing to hold China to account for the coronavirus pandemic. China has a total control over the World Health Organization, he said, when he announced the cutting of funds to the UN body founded in 1948 and based in Geneva, Switzerland. The WHO is the UN agency responsible for the global public health and has 194 members states and aims to promote health, keep the world safe, and serve the vulnerable. In addition to playing a key role in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, it implements numerous programs to prevent, control, and treat Ebola, measles, malaria, HIV and AIDS, and many other diseases. The US President announced the decision on Friday, accusing the WHO of not responding adequately to the global outbreak and being under China's total control.
Auntie Ghanaian Times the Bokratan ne fa etoso enan na bibia eya osemufuo edema Ghanaian Times na eya ochire na adwenti na adwempo na wakunche ede abakrata mu a nsemi nyina efa US for United States o ma ye o madwen se sika o mode boa WHO ewo COVID-19 mrei ma bibia o mode boa ye de kuti anyado ni sesi ade he wo megyae omonfa omufo muska mo so monfa ne amopese mu ye bia enkomanim na omu kire ma omo kire se China for ene de yare yi ba ye nkese se WHO for epe bibia asotwe bi obde mo ne ade na WHO enye sa ne sentin he sidi tekumpo wo monfa emma World Health Organization na eno ena osemufo no ede na adwen atba wo kire se enkebe ya enkasa jinai a US mampani Donald Trump omesi no kebe ya nkomo nwihu ye pa na omonsa emra na emwa bi esom de ma World Health Organization no omonfa emma emebo se ne ebe na ye nyina ye beko etia COVID-19 ene emwa wa chese ya ede yare eba oman ahuro ni nyina emu no
na instead me say wa kasa na eda oye press conference na awrabi emma ne musu se obisa na sem se nkofo wuwo ene ade o chese insem ne de oto aso na papa ya yedi ene ogina ho hwe no wi ano se me ha me ko bisa China for
when you say China for na ato ya de ndi apetepete ono wa ye shekra
ko bisa China for mbema ne emuaye. Page 9 of the Ghanaian Times NIA so Sylvia Anno, divergent opinions by political parties at IPAC not new. Sylvia Anno, the acting director of public affairs at the Electoral Commission EC, has observed that the divergent opinions held by the political parties at the Inter-Party Advisory Committee IPAC is not new. She explained that different stances that had been taken by political parties by the EC always came in at a bitter and wondered why the National Democratic Congress NDC had been on the coalition course with the EC over the neglect of existing voter ID cards as one of the basic required documents for the compilation of a new voters register. However, other political parties like the New Patriotic Party (NPP) have supported the Commission in its resolve to have a new voter registration for the December 7 poll, and for the neutrals, the EC should have built conscience at IPAC level before prosecuting its decision to compile the new voters register.
Eti wei krata ne fa etoso enkron ensemi efi Sylvia Anno ai ono na odi ensemi ebaye na oye acting director of Public Affairs and the ma abato commissioner ma Miss Sylvia ano and na edin semi aba kire san wono so wode na adwen abankrate ma wo kire eba ne say abato new voters registration ye ba beye se ne beye na afimpinu ene adunu abato ne bekoso a kire NDC ene amanyoku ahuro ne bebre asori etia na omo kire se madam ano ekira one day wondi mraso enhyehyɛ ya esese ekoso a ese omudi so na no so pepepe na omudi enti chese abato de ebeba so new voters registration ye beye de akwakoto aba afimpinu ene aduonu nti we efi maame Sylvia ano na de nsemi eba ebepie mu
na new voters register ya ma ho den na ye beye no chese store na ene ebi mo nti ase nso yisi chese wuti ase o unti ase o chese ye beye new voters registration ankasa ansana ya to aba 2020 afimu
nti we acting director acting director of public affairs edema abato commissioner no ma Miss Sylvia ano ono no de nsemi ebepie e wo krata yi
Railways Ministry to order 35 trains in June. Minister no page 11 of the Ghanaian Times. The Minister of Railways Development, Joe Gatti, has revealed that the ministry will be ordering over 30 stranded gauge trains in June this year. According to him, the ministry has already received approval of about $130 million of trains, which will be purchased from the company in China. Speaking live on Eye on Port Interventive Program on national television, Joe Gatti stated that the technical committee of the ministry is engaging its counterparts in China to agree on the specification of the trains. In addition to stranded trains, he added that the ministry is ordering 3 to 4 narrow gauge trains in June this year.
And we, Minister of Railway Development, Joe Gatti and Railway Development, Joe Gatti, and ode ensemi eba krate nefa etosu du baako na okire se asweye no o ma ye krado eba ne se trains a mako ediasa enum ena omo kra ediaba o man mu jumbusu mi ma chese enhihye nyina egugu na kwam ne ye kra so dia ye kra edi afi China na yi COVID-19 kofa ba ye US wo be se ho ena ye kra train nyina ediaba se ne be ye ne edi bedi dwuma ewo oman mu na Owura Joe Gatti eto aso abotire se ye bibia ye nhihye ni bibia egu akwan mu a eno ene be nam so ama ye so yensa etumi aka trains no entem ewo man mu ne edi edwuma
na ya yentna train mu dan yenso ebetumi atena mu bi na ya hwede wa esifati ana what
me dey ma train bi mu da
me dey tena bi mu da
train mu bi da pa
me train gidigidi
ba esa wo train bi na hu se ne a feeling wete yesa
Page 12 of the Ghanaian Times soon ayedri SHS JHS to write special exams. Final year junior high school JHS and senior high school SHS students will write country-specific examination without their West African Examination Council. The Minister of Education, Matthew Poku Prempeh, has confirmed, while SHS candidates expected to report on June 22 will commence their West African Examination certificates in August after 6 weeks of revision. JHS candidates are likely to undertake their basic education certificate examination in September this year after resuming on June 29, outlining guidelines for the reopening of schools at a press conference in Accra yesterday. Mr. Prempeh indicated that this ministry has had elaborate discussion with the West African Examination Council, WAEC, to make the final examination feasible.
Nti we oswafo a ohye adesua ensem so Owura Matthew Opoku Prempeh e no de nsemi e ba akata ensemi yemse ye dikan akandida e wo Daily Graphic de obokrata enum eno an na Ghanaian Times de obokrata ne fa etosu dumi enu no ono so de nsemi aba ne nyina e fa ye final year students bi omba becho BC ene wasi no an bro ombe sha ase ne hihye ya egu akwam no se ne ameka no se wo ye day student assembly mu de wo be ye border composed by force wo ba akoko on wan kwan kofa ye ready emfifie ama mesa wo ma omo boarding house no afin so omo mo ama no ne a ye se omo bo man Ghana eba betro nsohwe na omo nya Ghana fo no ye be mo makwanya nanso ni nyina ebegina omo man ne so omo man beti ase ama omo aba betro nso ne nti omo ba de a quarantine de be quarantine omo afe se omanya yare ndi afi so ombe from se nsemi yaka ni nyina e wo Daily Graphic do bokata no de ntia no a e na Ghanaian Times so e de baaye no
quarantine de ho hia pa
de ho hia pa
ye show ne e ba pa
ye share yi
ye keka kuya World Health Organization class say yare ya ba say ne ye ba betene de na say ye boy ho ban e free yare yi
e no de ye pa se hwe omo mfiku wait baaye ye test ye no bebre na enya yare ni bi nti omba de se quarantine ye test omo pa.
Page 13 so na yedru use death of George Floyd to catalyze to effect changes. President urges US. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has entreated the United States of America to use the death of George Floyd as catalyst to effect changes to end the menace of racism in the country. The late Floyd, 46, an unarmed African-American man, died in police custody after a white police officer strangled him at the neck with his knee, whilst 3 other officials looked on in the city of Modesto on May 25, 2020. A video of late Floyd's harrowing death went viral on social media and mainstream media, inciting widespread protests that have turned chaotic across cities in the U.S., including the White House. In a statement released on social media platform, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo do raise concern about the prevailing issue of racism confronting the American society.
Inti we George Floyd that say ukopiem e wo US Montana so a video ndi edi ahimsa enro akra money break jume de esu ye yibi e kire mo achese abrante an black man yaka ne se egu nachi na kire se wo broni white man ni kotodwe esi ne konso de den dia abrante ye ete so mihumi ensisu o menumu nsu o kire se ni nyina wo mubu enua egu wo masoma a wo menti akopem se abrante eto anananom ewo ensie do eno ho nsem na kire se Ghana mampani enso akasa afa ho de nsem ekọ ede ama US aban na o kire se sade we di entwe ye kura wo mo hwe no mu hwe bibi pa emfim esunsun aso no enye ade papa mampani esan na mensem so echese emo a ebusuafo nyina hyede omo mu nyina ya akọ Owura George na ebusuafo nyina Ghana mampani se oma mo hyede san so na Ghana ha MATV adwumayefo nyina yese yema ebusuafo no hyede
na o san kase ti se nia esi omo fantu omo hofo na embrofo na omo ayo se we di oye black on kan ye ho nti nia ye pebia na ebetu
ayaka de na de
na wo hwe videos ni bia enye we nko a bebre na na esi che se mo man panyin klase ni omo ye we
na America no si ye hwe omo abrofo omo wo man Ghana mu a si ye kase ntete ya omo de ye fam ni se bi fam ko mu ntumi ntena Ghana ha da kokora o
ke na ye okokrom ha
na bia obi fi ni man so ekọ man foforo so migration there is a big part of us intino so obi fi ni man so call man so a enfo ni pantese bi oya akoa and say eju when the street ya sha se enra NHS ya sha se gidigidi e wo MATV so a ye de som wo bra ye kan enwumre no nsia kasien ewie ye no aye nuanom ka ye yefo asesi ano won eyeji was a omwo mu sukuu mu no ya sha se a ye yi se ni omo so omo ba ye ombe ye adwuma a ni chese ye form se enkoa bi na ya entwe ye yemfa ye omo se ye nso omo ye nuanom ana se ye ma omo kan ye busua eho
yentu aso yeah, page 14 of the Ghanaian Times so na ye due muti aweho sem bi say ya na eye bu abem so no kwani de ye betu wo hwe na senkoye ma na wanya dwuma bi wo ha koye na fa behwe wo busua page 14 21 recover COVID-19 in Ketu municipality. 21 out of the 35 cases of COVID-19 recorded recently in the Ketu South municipality have fully recovered. As of last week, there were 14 active cases of the virus in the municipality. Mr. Joseph Degle, Ketu South Municipal Director of Health, disclosed this last Thursday when the COVID-19 technical team of the National Democratic Congress presented a consignment of gloves, masks, boots, and other personal protection equipment (PPE) to the Ketu South Municipality Hospital. This was preceded by the similar donation to the Sugakope District Hospital on the same day. The item presented to the two facilities worth about 50,000 Ghana cedis in total were donated by former President John Dramani Mahama. Mr. Degle said that the recovery rate from the virus in Ketu South was highly encouraging. He commended the staff of Ketu South Municipal Hospital for their high sense of teamwork and professionalism and dedication to duty.
It's way Ghanaian Times the Bokrats and if I tosudu nino ukopiem ewo Ketu abatwa empeswa so honomo de an COVID-19 yare no emom homeless no sesi e honomo de nipa aduonu baako 21 na omo enya ayaresa de afi COVID-19 yare no na nipa aduasa enum na enya yare no bi wo honomo na Ghana mampanin da John Dramani Mahama ono so okọ ekoye adoye na doye odiko ekoye eye 50,000 Ghana cedis na odiko ye adoye wo kire se omo bo adwuma pa omo nkosoa emu adwuma se ne omde nkabom eye adwuma ewo anije kwan so no omo nkosoa enye sa ne ye nyina yentumi enkuntia eye COVID-19 emu awe
na we dey be fasa akwanya so na ye frontline workers and now say health workers na ye mamo mo ene adwuma pa mo ye aboa ye my Ghana fi say ye nya mo a enka yare ne tini kwa ba bia say ya so mo yi mo ho asi watches mo dedicate mo ho na mo de boa ye my Ghana nti e bom abaso pa ene anopay back page of the Ghanaian Times so na ye do Bongo Balungu Bridge yet to be constructed 3 years after sword cutting. The residents of Balungu and its environs in the Bongo district of the Upper East region have expressed their displeasure about the government's failure to construct the Bongo Balungu Bridge after cutting sword for work to commence 3 years ago. It will be recollected that in July 2018, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo cut sword for the construction of the Bongo Balungu Namo Road, including other bridges within the Bongo district, as part of his campaign promise. The project, which was awarded to a company named Damit Enterprise after the president's sword cutting ceremony, was expected to be completed in 2009. After a few months of the project kicked off, it has remained stalled to date. This has worsened the condition of the road networks, making it difficult to transport emergency health cases to the district and regional hospital, particularly during rainy season.
Nti we bongu balungu honomo ensem e da ba be film e wo Ghanaian Times de wo krata no the back page na chese krata no e chi honom kra na ensem yi efi aba ba fie na krata ensem wo de banyina ne se bridge a wo honom ankese se yesiesie no e de Ghana ye be ye bibia ye betwa nwumam o ma atwa empresso miensa na so no na ye nhya ase afei ansa ne ye be hya ase asiesie unse bridge ne so de koba ne se ensuo toto a na chese de wo how pa wo ye ne na e be se koba ne se wo bridge ho atochema nsesi ade nsem aba be piem na ne se ukopiem wo bongu balungu asesi ade omo bridge no esiesie no e ba be koso kama enti eno enso eno no
ahwefo oguso a wo hwe morning break dwumadi ye kai wo so bekoso ama wo comment na ba ne abobo so e wo Daily Graphic afenso the Ghanaian Times mu no wo de wadwenche ebeba na ya kan ama wo muma ye ntwa ye ho sisi ye ba Daily Guide mu nsem ne ye de beto aso ama wo.
Are you worried about your security? Are you able to access and protect your property and the people you care about? With an increased height in robbery and kidnapping, you should not compromise on your security. Global Sky Limited, your total security solution, is here to help you secure your office and residence.
Right, my name is Nesta Lenas. I'm the general manager of the company Global Sky Security Limited. Global Sky Security Limited, we are an international security company which we specialize in providing security services to various individuals or corporate organizations. When we talk of security systems, namely CCTV, access control device, electrical fence, tracking device, and security land guard officers as well.
The control room is designed in such a way that we have radios, a VCR radio there, which monitors our vehicles when they go out for day and night patrols, just to receive first-hand information from supervisors and the team who go out for that patrol.
With the ICT part of the services that we're going to talk about, the CCTV security systems, the access control systems, tracking device systems, biometric door lock systems, and many more. So when we talk about the ICT part, that is the ICT part of the company. We specialize in what I've mentioned earlier. And when you talk about the physical aspect, that has to do with the professional man guard security services. These are professional guys who recruit. We do background check on them. We do profiling on them. We actually train them on two things: theory part and the physical part. Theory part for them to know how to work with people, human relations, and also when it comes to the physical part, how to defend them. To defend themselves in terms of a robbery or an attack. So, long story short, basically those are the two things as a company we provide.
For more information, call 0302 522 503 or 0264 363 125. You can also visit www.globalskyafrica.com. Global Sky, someone is always watching.
Mema wakwaba edeba Ghana is watching Jumedie so. Ghana is watching Jumedie Shronkokra Marvelin House yahyehe ne de ba be somo asomo sompa. Ewo Jumedie so yehwe nia ekoyie ene nia enkoyie ewo oman yi mu. Ne yabobo ne nyina no apɛ ano pomasibre. Wo Jumedie so yebehwe ye kwan so ensem. Aso wo kwan so nsem mpo etesen senia ehyenkafo etwi wana hyem basabasa ewo oman yi mu. Yebesan so ahwe senia yen ahonidie ensem tie. Ewo wompotem ho se na ahonidie ensem etie ewo ho. Unim se enkese de biara da yen ahonidie eda. Nanso sen na etie ewo oman yi mu. Wompotem ho no mu no ahonidie ho nsem no aso eye hwan asede se obehwe amana akoyie. Yebesan so ahwe yen bambo ensem se na ye bambo nsem etie ewo oman yi mu. Nipa bonfon adoso amakro no amane homne so ewo oman yi mu. Aso ekwan ben so na yefa esi ano kwan yanam abefo kwan so anase yanam kane kwan so na ye de ba besi ano kwan meto me safre wona wonim de efa ne amakeke nyina ho ne yatena se apensen insemu ape ano pomasibre. Ghana is watching. Ghana ehwe.
My name is Janet Tulasi Mensah, MC for Ghana East Municipality. It is very important that we rally behind this program.
Fully endorse and stand by.
A jewel in the streets, amazing.
My name is Kwame Sefakai, and these guys are doing some very fantastic work. I support Jewel in the Streets.
Good morning to you all and have a great day. Have a great day too. Good morning. Opoku Ejare Daniel. You are doing good job for Mother Ghana. Michiwe o michire ni o. Wachire ma de na ba de. Wo hu mi bi kama.
Na wachi ai ne
We michire ni o ka ho nene. Miti he anope ye chia. We so efi Raphael Amediku. Ono so say nice work put together by this team. I love the blend of languages too. Yede mam wo brofum no, ni yede mam wo yankasa yakan kasem. Na adwa ade penasa say thanks for the good work done. Yeda say Eric Ejena watching from Hachu. Eric, I organizer me saving the number organizer me was the new saw their photos. Please, my name is Eric. Those who have saved my number as organizer. Who see a quite sorry and your secretary and the
temperature of the country should try to promote a civil war among other irresponsible discourse.
Into daily guide the worker and if I a tussle and nine was a move for another editorial House of Chiefs we a National House of Chiefs NHC one and over then say maba betuja ni nyina efa abato commission abato EDHS e wonsam no aye deja new voters registration ebe koso nya ba beto aba afimpinu ene aduonu mu e wonsam no na kyeresa ahemfo nso ede omano atomo mo kyerese ekoba ne se ndisi amanyokuo ne amanyokuo ahoro bebre na asori eti owura kyerese Bernard kwa PNC amanyokuo no no so ne se kyerese court egusu edi akire no wo mu kyerem dia sa ensem we nyina ye reluctant kyerese objection papa mo objecte ni nyina emmoa abato ne de sasu Ghana ka say ya sundue mayo ya se ye koso ama sundue no etna ha say ya bibia ye new voters registration ya nyo yes say ye bom modern na bibia ekoso boko new voters registration de mama je mensa abato commission dia to bia say ebeba so pepepe ntie nyina ese ye de ye ho eden ejim ni ye no asundue kwan so ntie no so ho ensem na hemfo no akasa e de afa ho
na Ghana the why is sibi try adwen he obi gina ne baby na wa kan ya obeka democracy e kwasi
sa na chese owura Bernard de na akoye mabu ni tira we ya adwen kire ne ma bi nko yi se wo kanti no no so wa kire na adwen so ye kire ya adwen na chese ya kire ma na boa oman ni nyina sa na etie.
Page 4 of the daily guide so and I agree the Ghanaian Times and the Rebel no and I did to also COVID-19 cases hit 8,297. Confirmed COVID-19 cases have hit 8,297 from the 8,070 recorded on Sunday. This was after the Ghana Health Service confirmed 227 new positive cases yesterday. The Greater Accra region is still leading the regional count with 5,798 cases, followed by the Ashanti and the Western region with 1,263 and 436 cases, respectively. The Central region has 410 positive cases, while the Eastern, Volta, and West North and Northern region have 117, 84, 68, and 37 cases, respectively. The Oti and Upper East region have recorded 26 each, while the Upper West region have 22 cases. The Bono East has 6 and the Northeast region has recorded 2 cases. The Savannah and Bono regions have a case each, with no cases recorded in the Ahafo region. The Ghana Health Service updates on June 2nd also indicated that the 39 more patients have recovered from the virus, pushing the number of recoveries to 2,841. Unfortunately, 2 more persons have succumbed to the disease, increasing the death toll to 38. The active cases of COVID-19 stands at 5,273.
And way COVID-19 cases no, I count down way outbreak no. Pema na epem ekwane nenu ho nsem na de bokrata e de aba enu anwumre MATV aka news and English news ni ye the breakdown no eba somewhere no na de guide on makunchin e de gunkrata mu a nsem ewum na san COVID-19 yare no enra de nipa mienu na ato anananom ewo nse do aka mu ama sesi a death case na akwakodu 38 sanso na yare no sesia de wona wanya bi empem wotwe ahanu ne eduokono enso no nti yare no pem ana pem ekọ nanim na wona achese wonya cases no for kra no ahanu aduonu ne enso no nti COVID-19 cases no be pm ewo enkran pumpuni mantem ha se dia ha na yare no ejina pa nipa impim num aha sono ne eduokono wotwe na enya yare ni afi asante mantem so wo mo so mu kura mu dedenden western region na wona yare ebi MPA ewo honom no eno so krate de ho nsem nyina ba eno ahafo mantem honom ho de yare ebi enya MPA ewo nti we ene nsem a daily guide efa COVID-19 honom de ba ebepie mu
na akwaye nkran ha yare ne dɔɔso so na enne ebi mani abro se he maame me de yi max ne fu anu na yare bia ni Ghana ha se enkam to nkran ha omo se dɔɔso nso yenkae hu se we de se ugidi me to me shawo se ne chinchina agidi nso yare ne wo ho nti ye bebo ye ho modern a yen hye nose mask ne ho yensa na afi nso yenye social distance e ma ne nya adwuma na mboa ye ankasa fi se ama foforo so no sani omu no ai ne chese o pese wan kasa odi wani kohwe de ane efise nkofo obu pan e wo COVID-19
re no ba kohwe kra abribia ye ka ye ho ncheche wotse sani ayare eko hwe obi anya yare ni bia onua uhu ahunte madamfo akosia han ejensen tru adwuma ya no kopie mo no se aba enwumre dia be ye mo hyehyemi ama na akosia kira papa bi na de na ekoso wo se na mi kopie mo bia aya wona wanya COVID-19 ya quarantine no ama me yam hyehyempa na mse do so kopie mo ho a wo mo manya yade ni bin he uhu wo mo ne nam ho so yare no manya bi nti sa na ye na mabontin obi anya bi kura uhu nti no ama na osuro na mka chense yare ne de eno na kire se wo ho nti ye ho ban na na se ye bebo ye be ohro ye nsa ne ade se wo hu se ne be na yare ye betumi esi ano kwan.
Yet to also page 5 of the Daily Guide, a police officer shot, hit by car in multiple incidents amid George Floyd protests. Law enforcement officials in several cities were injured Monday night as protests over the death of George Floyd in police custody continue across the country. 4 St. Louis police officers were hospitalized after a shooting Monday evening, which a suspect is alleged to have opened fire at a line of officers. The police chief said in an early morning press conference, according to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, a suspect has yet to be apprehended or identified.
Auntie we ukopie ma we enya o manga na ha se kura ensem ne de kwa na ekoso police officer shot which is a tuo to akoso ama ebi aka police ni na so no George for den so ensem ya ho na chese ukopiem e wo US mbonten so de a ensem chese ayedija e wo ho no nti no chese etu otutu na e course na police fo egusu eye nhwehwemu ase ne beye no mehu oni a odis da juma no nom de nafa emra kwanso nti no so ehun se ma krata ne de baye no eno no.
Page 5:1 ena yegusu ejanu Mexico virus death past 10,000 as lockdown ease. More than 10,000 people have died with coronavirus in Mexico, the country's health minister has announced. The announcement came on the same day that many restrictions brought in to curb the spread of the virus were lifted. The number of confirmed cases was more than 93,000 as of Monday, according to official figures. That figure means Mexico is the 4th worst affected country in Latin America after Brazil, Peru, and Chile. The number of cases continued to rise steadily. On Monday, the country recorded 2,771 new cases and 337 deaths with coronavirus.
Hey, we Mexico. Okay, more Mexico dey actually say
coronavirus.
Daily Guide the workers and if I etosu enum no, the coronavirus no kopie mo dey say lockdown no o ma gogo ne em e wo ho no mo. Na so yade no pema na epem ko ne ma nipa achese o ma to nananom e wo nse do e 10,000 chese ahunite pa yare no epem ko so e wo ho no ti chese onum de yare no edi akoten wo ho pa enya asem ke 20 no so ho nsem a krata nde baye no eno no
ye hwe ye de ne yetie amafofo so
ende ye hihye tutu yie yare ne obi e bo ne ho ban so no pema na pem ko na ni be binu ma yo madwen se ya eni ho no mo na so no ewo ho nti enkoso a na yendi enhyehyɛ ne so.
Page 6 for Enayedru no. Obinim denies firing lawyer. The controversial pastor Daniel Obinim, founder of the International God's Way Church, has denied report that he has fired one of his lawyer, Ralph Poku Edusei. The pastor, in an interview with Accra-based FM yesterday, said that he had only appointed the additional lawyer to represent him on matters related to recent charges leveled against him, which is before Kaneshie District Court. He noted that Ralph Poku Edusei still represents him in several of his other cases pending in courts. Papa.
We Bishop Daniel Obinim. Aha. One on a Honsam na be pime wa krate ne fa etoso insia honorable. We the honorable within amma pim Bishop Daniel Obinim and an infoni eda krate ma ensem na say amafo ekeka say wa fire ne lawyer de one ne lawyer mu ni adwuma bi aye ebiem na o kirem say no kra bi ni mo no on fire ne lawyer Ralph Poku Edusei uguso etai na chidede ndi a omobo adwuma se ne be na ensem no msa ekopiem wo court wa or evidence omonsa aka nyina wo mbegi egu ho bako na chese mfunimdie aba na fight we ene nsem a chese daily guide ekunje fa obi ne ho no de be pie nkrata yi
papa sisi ade de bia ye be kan no ho nsem se ne a ene so de on hye ne space na mo kita microphone ene wan hye. Page 6 wa ena yegusu one government completes 236 SHS projects, a total number of 236 projects out of the 822 contracts awarded by the government for the companies to provide infrastructure projects at the senior high school level across the country to improve access to secondary education have been completed. The Minister of Education, Mr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, aka Napo, who made the disclosure in Parliament yesterday, said 56 of the completed projects are in the Ashanti region, 15 in the Bono East, 10 in the Central region, 23 in the Eastern region, 26 in the Northern region, and 19 in the Upper East region.
Anyway, aban ebo ejuma papa. Akopiem a aseye ehwe adesua ensem so ani oda no eye Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh ono odinsem aba betu dwa wo kire se aban ebo adwuma pa asua dan ahoro a yesi wo oman yi mu na kaye 822 na sesi ade mu 236 chese ahanu eni aduasa insia de oma wi ano no na ukofia so a school yi yesisi a 12 unit classroom blocks, 18 unit classroom block, 6 unit classroom block, 3 unit bo mu chese school ni de wo mu si bebre o kire mo mawie emu ahenu aduasa insia na de aka ne so nyina omu gusu a omo ye se ne beye ye sha na bebre na esua de wodi ase de na mabefo en Ghana obi te bo so sua de sa de ni nyina aban eda aba akoma so pa omo hete omu beyi
ebi mo so ene omu te class na ensuo ni nya bubo mbragula na che so omu
si no bia man bag si so mura sa
na omu amani bachi omani anje
je fi a obi abentama dia kofi se de ensuo mu na o we are both so we should see and them when you back as we see school and then you be see and them about say yes additional kasa we see and no dey see
Well, page 8 of Daily Guide so Enayedru 80% of Ghanaian men of God are liars. Mr. Logic, artist manager Mr. Logic, believes there is a few number of genuine men of God in Ghana. Speaking on a radio station on Tuesday, he said the majority of pastors in Ghana are fake, insisting that 80% of Ghanaian men of God fall into that category. He made the comment while he was reacting to claims by a man of God that he has healed someone suffering from coronavirus.
Hey, Ghana.
Andra kwamiam so me hu video ni bi a che say o ka che lady ni so me di dance e fi say Nyankopon eyi na fi coronavirus mo che say mami ogina he na ni minimo eye ne ya che say ne hwan ya show hu ne hu sunye na a doctor for so dey abetu dwa say ene onya symptoms we ya na onya coronavirus asisi ane hu atono into no me di dance e
And on I just real logic, I didn't say my baby watch that. Ah, so free. Just way one year, you honorable, on your honorable, and I'm Kwanswa, and it's honorable can be Japan. I will also try to ask off when they be a fake and one who some I say, real logic, and the Abbas was a them, was so be a COVID-19. We, yeah, I see I didn't go film where
Oh,
yeah,
mama crown na just all some na ya we say bia. Say bia nsuo no de bu omo so na say ne nsa no de toto omo so if say embe bi ba kra obi de betu ja say hey ono o show bia nya covid-19 obi chia ne nsam sisi ono covid-19 ne show nyame asem nti onya chia ha ni nyina ase be sha mu nyina ye hia mo some boko isolation center on ma ko so mo yare ama if say covid-19 no ye pese esote. Well, page 8 wa na egusu ejina no Kennedy Japan won Cecilia Mafo, the member of parliament MP for Asin Central Kennedy Japan, had disclosed that the gospel musician and prophetess Cecilia Mafo is the next person on his list with whom he would deal with the right time, according to MP, who in recent times has taken it upon himself to expose fake pastors in Ghana. Madam Mafo spit into people's mouth as part of her healing process. Speaking on his TV station on Monday, he described her act as unhealthy and therefore swore to deal with the gospel musician, just as he is dealing with the founder of God's Way Church International, Bishop Daniel Obinim.
And now honorable a compare cook and the Japan. I will know then say my basenia wakanon or no way Mrashe Johnny Edema Asin Central or I'm Kennedy Japan. No, then say my baby to ya. On was a software musoria and come match say any no more share no more dada man for you musical be you motor one by one, just one after the other. So what I say no, and then say my baby to ya no the cocoa warning and wedding. But they kwama Cecilia Mafo who na we chimi duku na trese wo hunyum wo TV so ne ade a nya de ketwa kro de man se hwe wo sori a e de wo se wa wo she wo sa we ya de wu yese wo niema wu ye nyina ye ntro se so wo sha se se wo ka Cecilia Mafo ho asema on pe de ya Ghana for mo ye no ya wo ndi Ghana for ye no Oyoba won pesa ansem no kra mmeme ka se oyoba ensem Kennedy Japan ye
tani aye papa yi ni to koka bi o se he wo me de ba wo kun so afi de wo de wo ho aba en de wo so de ebepie mu pa
no what say so start e won pesa Ghana fu bi aba be ka se honorable we de oyoba no ye de anya ye nka ne nti honorable nsem a wo de akọ de kokobon nsem e kwa ma Cecilia Mafo eno nso ho nsem eno.
Well, page 11 of Daily Guide, so and the New Patriotic Party MPP polling station organizers in the Swami constituency have attended a one-day workshop to prepare them on campaign activities ahead of December 2020 polls. The program held at the Swami MVTI campus over the weekend at the behest of Francis Adomakun, popularly known as Francisco, the Ashanti regional organizer of the ruling MPP, was mainly aimed to getting the participants prepared for the upcoming voters registration exercise.
Aye, we MPP amanyuku no e koba ne say new voter registration ya ye baba ya am amabo mo pa asante mantem and omboboafo organizer onu ni din and Francis Adomakun and dodo na efre no Francis and we Francis na eba okrata mu wono wode ntama to jo che say omabobo omho anu a Omaya crowd or ban say new voters registration. Woman so de hihye pa egu akwa mom de beboa se ne be ye na bibia e be cost na ma 2020 abato no yato no asumdue mu.
Page 13 so na ye duru no MOBA Methodist Church clash over headmaster. Members of the Infantipim Old Boys Association and are ahead of coalition with the leadership of the Methodist Church who ran the school over the appointment of a new headmaster for their alma mater. The disagreement stems from the fact that MOBA is claiming they have been sidelined in the decision-making process, which is in the breach of old age laid-down procedures in appointing headmasters. The member of 85-year group, Atom Bonfo, told Daily Guide that MOBA was disappointed in the scheme of affairs. He indicated that the church was trying seriously to force a reverend minister on the school as it masters against the wishes and approval of the old students who are major stakeholders.
Fancy chrome, fanciful, one or say as you fear, oh ye, 117 and Ababe PM no, Methodist Church, Coban say, Fancy Pimp Old Boys Association, and one hour will school, one fancy more than some Ababe to ya, or much as a Copan say, ye pow, a headmaster, Biam Nababi discrima, a ya now or more will school. All students no almost say ya omudimu akwatene pa na so dey aso mo na mpati kwan bi so e de chese Methodist aso no mbi obi e ba be ye chese pani ewo me ba be ye headmaster o manyi omo asutre bia wo ho eno no omo de omo nti ase akra isi akoba ne se omo yi headmaster de anka all students no ya omo so omo kire omo adwen e fa ho ewo ansa na omo apa woni pa na so dey omo anyi omo asutre bia nti omo de omo ku etia.
What pay 13 one Egusujan police seized fake 24,000 Ghana cedis in 5 days. The Ashanti Regional Police Command has said it has seized a total of 24,000 suspected to fake notes in the past 5 days following swoops on various parts of Kumasi. Interestingly, all the 16 suspects who were apprehended from different locations in the city were females. The suspects, aged between 17 and 40 years, were arrested after several victims have made complaints against them. That is already a man.
Jordan Krepio Meldo Bonkrata Nibu. As a police focal PM, was Santimantema, and then no, one more the AJ 24,000 Ghana cedis, such as a young Ghana Sika, a demo, just a fake, and no, now 1 hour, chill one hair. Omunyina ya ma a omu fie efi dunso e de kopem in fie edua 1917 and then 40 years and di sika e so om di dwuma di omu ra o shop a 100 cedis note 200 cedis note
ye be fra we ni
papa ni na fake ni go e di fake hihihye mu senti unya yi sro de na oda na ye no se akwa ye nyaw na chese omu de wo niema na ekwa ne se no na police we won potem honom aso omu pechi de den dia omu gusu eye ensem ni mu emu enhwehwemu
abusiafo e de obokrata mu nsem ni nyina esi messages a etumu bae no ye be kan e de amount we a WhatsApp message of somebody free I will say I'm enjoying morning break. Tasty papa yo ye better was somewhere and that's the no pain so oh share nothing so message about Facebook ni anke kan emfa amount
messages na abano we if you Kwame Boache or say Fire News MATV more we and some of the about numre ye de kasiane so ebe to us we ye paper review no afi na mapoku a o say that's my girl Vic go higher baby and you see go higher we if in channel de kwama ya onsem
Vic na me pese me ye pie na no pese o mu yi pie se na nkofo yi udi pie ne na ye som
we see if Florence Brew Johnson or say I'm watching you Abafina great job you are on point your tree dear no side you are good for great talent. Good work done. Makeup also on point.
Na ka ho na madwumadi ye de
yeah that's the part Florence I makeup na de obey de unya ba TV so kwa de say we je bi kama yeah that's the say bibia modern messages no eba na mo hwe me kam say me da ebe dwumadie no se ne ye hyase ye di tue mu saa de obonkrata pensem mu no ye beto ye nsa afre wona wonim de eba no amanyosem ho a na amanyosem a chese edi akoten won krata mu nyina no ye to ye nsa from sade a ye be pensem mu eno eye youth and politics ye de ba aba besomo sanso na politics in sports and so I say Charles and na pamfo ebetena se no de ni nyina asomo
you na kai say global sky security and aso ya sin ma etumi ni dwumadi bro ye security ni amanyina de e she global sky ensa na nya youth and politics nkwa na say politics in sports nkwa na de be bro e wo MATV so entertainment pulse e wo ho the girl next door e wo ho a ye de ni nyina e be ma Ghana is watching since ya the DJ TV so eba be yi na afensi yi e wo MATV so e de amount asida PSA enkoma me crew members and won so a wo hwe ye so nyame show director Blanks wabo adwuma papa hey producer o time ya so you say affirmative no so na chese ni nyina e ka ho ma adwuma no eye de medi ene nana ya kesewa me ni aba echiwa na na edi dwuma die bro koso na hwe MATV ma comment ne bra de be kenkan ni nyina e de ama yakra mo.
Are you worried about your security? Are you able to access and protect your property and the people you care about? With an increased height in robbery and kidnapping, you should not compromise on your security. Global Sky Limited, your total security solution, is here to help you secure your office and residence.
All right, my name is Nesta Lenas. I'm the general manager of the company Global Sky Security Limited. Global Sky Security Limited, we are an international security company which we specialize in providing security services to various individuals or corporate organizations. When we talk of security systems, namely CCTV, access control device, electrical fence, tracking device, and security man guard officers as well.
The control room is designed in such a way that we have radios, a VCR radio there, which monitors our vehicles when they go out for day and night patrols, just to receive first-hand information from supervisors and the team who go out for that patrol.
With the ICT part of the services that we're going to talk about, the CCTV security systems, the access control systems, tracking device systems, biometric door lock systems, and many more. So when we talk about the ICT part, that is the ICT part of the company. We specialize in what I've mentioned earlier. And when you talk about the physical aspect, that has to do with the professional man guard security services. These are professional guys who recruit. We do background check on them. We do profiling on them. We actually train them on two things, theory part and the physical part. Theory part for them to know how to work with people, human relations, and also when it comes to the physical part, how to defend them, to defend themselves in terms of a robbery or an attack. So long story short, basically those are the two things that the company provides.
For more information, call 0302 522 503 or 0264 363 125. You can also visit www.globalskyafrica.com. Global Sky, someone is always watching.
Mema wakwaba edeba Ghana is watching Jumedie so. Ghana is watching Jumedie from Kokra Marvelin House yahye ne de ba be somo asomo sompa. Ewo Jumedie so yehwe nia ekoyie ene nia enkoyie ewo oman yi mu. Ne yabobo ni nyina no ape ano pomasibre. Wo Jumedie so ye behwe ye kwan so ensem aso wo kwan so nsem mpo etesen senia ehyenkafo etwi wana hye basabasa ewo oman yi mu. Ye besan so ahwe senia yen ahonidie ensem tie ewo wompotem ho se na ahonidie ensem etie ewo ho unim se enkese de biara da yen ahonidie eda nanso sen na etie wo oman yi mu wompotem ho no mu no ahonidie ho nsem no aso eye hwan asede se obehwe amana akoyie ye besan so ahwe yen bambo ensem se na ye bambo nsem etie ewo oman yi mu nipa bonfo adoso amakro no amane homne so ewo oman yi mu aso ekwan ben so na yefa esi ano kwan yanam abefo kwan so anase yanam kane kwan so na yede ba besi ano kwan meto me safre wona wonim de efa ne amakeke nyina ho ne yatena se apensen insemu ape ano pomasibre. Ghana is watching. Ghana eshe.
Hi, this is Samuel Kubo, Chairman for the Youth Employment Agency. I want to entreat all of you to come on board and let's also support, watch and participate in the jewels in the street. It promises to be exciting, revealing captivating, and above all, help us choose the ultimate jewel in the street.
Jumedi, your friend jewel in the street. F.E. Nebwapa.